Person in Rechten.
Bir müşteri olan
Den rechten Teil an der Nordseite.
Moving forward.
When thinking about the mobility as a whole, it's impossible not to think about the politics of mobility. I think we live in an age where when, how and where we move are as important as where we live in terms of differentiating one person from another. Indeed, we can think about mobility in terms of a hierarchy with a kinetic elite at the top who can move from place to place with relative ease, who travel quite frequently, who generally travel comfortably over great distances and are welcomed wherever they arrive. And on the other hand, a kinetic underclass who are sometimes forced to move when they don't want to, and other times prevented from moving when they do want to. And their travel can be uncomfortable, highly regulated, and less a matter of choice than it is if they're a member of the kinetic elite. So what I want to do is differentiate this hierarchy, this politics of mobility, using 6 ideas, 6 things which are central to any form of movement. I'm not suggesting these are the only ones, but they're certainly 6 important ones. And the first of these is why things or why people start moving. What is the motive force? If we think of physics, then for something to start moving, there has to be a force of some kind applied to it. With humans, that force can be external, someone making us move, something making us move, or it can be internal, it's a decision, something that we do. And I think that it's very important to think about the degree to which any human movement is based on desire, willpower and intention, or on the other hand, is about compulsion, something that is forced, something that has to happen, or there will be negative consequences. And these, I think, make mobilities very different. They differentiate them in interesting ways. I think it would be easy to just suggest the kinetic elite always choose and the kinetic underclass don't choose. I don't want to say that. I think even the wealthiest business traveller must sometimes despair as they check into their first class seat on a plane to fly from Paris to Singapore. Even though to someone else that might seem like luxury, to them if they have to do it all the time and it's part of their job, they may feel obligated. So I'm not suggesting an easy distinction, but I do think nevertheless there are important differences between the person who may be tired and may not want to fly to Singapore and the person who, for instance, feels like they have to climb into the wheel well of an aeroplane in Africa in order to get to London and ends up falling out frozen dead somewhere outside Heathrow, which happens regularly. Around the world, people trying to get from one country to another by hiding in the wheel wells of aircraft. The second facet of